the thing that I made it to top 10.
Top 10, right?
It was number 10, but still you can call it top 10. So it's for me, it's a big achievement. To him 3 times, I beat him twice, yeah. Even when I was losing to them easily, I somehow knew that I will beat them easily. I wouldn't say that I broke too many rackets. I just broke them on occasions where everybody could see. You find your way, or you don't.
Oh, you don't?
Or you don't. It's also an option. Coach somebody from a young age who brought him all the way to the top. So I had to go, and I was spending a lot of time in different academies in the world. I was going to Spain. Namaste India, my name is Ernests Gulbis, I'm 35 years old and I represent Team Mumbai Leon Army at the TPL Season 5.
How did tennis happen for you?
How did tennis happen? Well, I was really active young boy and I used to spend a lot of time with my grandmother, with my mother's mother, and I was playing with her a lot of basketball, football, tennis. I remember that we were playing football, you know, she was watching TV and she had a chair like this and she had a table next to it and she was playing like a goalkeeper with her legs watching the TV and I was playing football here. So she was spending a lot of time with me, playing a lot of different ball games. And then she loved tennis. There used to be some tournaments back in her day when she was young in 𝗬𝗺𝗀𝗀, in a city in Latvia. You know, she was always going to watch. There was a lot of Soviet Union players coming to play there, and so she was watching tennis, she loved it, so she brought me to the first courts next to our house, and you know, and I fell in love with it. She bought me a small plastic racket with a soft ball, so I was playing in the home. So basically when I went to my first coach at the age of, I think it was 4 or 4.5, I could already hit the ball over the net, so everybody was surprised, you know, how well I hit the ball.
4.5?
Already,
you could hit it across.
Yeah? For sure.
Wow.
Yeah.
So that was your start of tennis. And,
yes.
And
yes.
How big is tennis in where you come from?
Well, it wasn't big at all, because our previous best tennis player, I believe he was around 300, 350 in the rankings, highest ever. So when I came, I was basically the first one who made it to the top, let's say. And we didn't have a lot of culture in tennis, you know. We had some good coaches, you know, but never anybody who coached somebody from a young age who brought him all the way to the top. So I had to go, and I was spending a lot of time in different academies in the world. I was going to Spain, I was going also to some other countries, but then I went to Munich to 𝗧𝗍𝗍𝗀 Tennis Academy. So that stuck with me, and I mean, Nicky, he was like my second father back in those times. So he basically brought me to top 100. Without him, it wouldn't be possible.
And then what were the struggles that you had to face when you started off and then you got into really competitive tennis, and then you started competing at the top level and you started winning matches against her? What have been your struggles that you feel that you've gone through?
There's been so many struggles, but I wouldn't call them struggles per se, because it's just a process. You know, I always had some kind of inner confidence that, let's say, even when I was a young kid, 8, 9 years old, you know, playing with the kids back in Latvia, even when I was losing to them easily, I somehow knew that I will beat them easily, without any specific reason, you know. So some kind of inner confidence. I was never really the hardest working, most disciplined boy, you know. I was all around the place, you know. I wanted to have fun, I wanted to go and play football with my friends, basketball with my friends, and just enjoying it. But somehow this inner confidence helped me a lot. But I wouldn't say that there was some particular struggles, you know. It's a process, like in every man's and woman's life, you know, where they choose a profession, you know. You have to study, you have to learn, you have to be disciplined, you have to go through routines, you know. And for sure, sometimes it's difficult, but I mean, okay, anything in life is difficult then.
And then you just find your way through.
You find your way, or you don't.
Oh, you don't?
Or you don't. It's also an option.
Okay, so you've beaten Federer twice?
Twice, yes.
Even Federer.
And
How's that?
I lost to him 3 times. I beat him twice. Yeah.
Oh, so it's a 3-2 head-to-head.
3-2 for him. Yes.
How was that? How was that experience when, like, just to come out when you came out? It was the Italian Open when you beat him for the first time.
In Rome. Yes.
Yeah, right. So how was that?
Incredible.
Like, just,
I mean, incredible, because you grow up watching him on TV, and then you know, you play against him. It's a surreal feeling. So the first time I believe I played against him was in Qatar. I lost to him, but it was a completely like out of this world experience, because you know, you watch on the opposite side, you see Roger, and you saw him on TV. I mean, he's an unbelievable player, and you just somehow you try not to be intimidated by it. You try not to be scared by it, and you know, you try to. I mean, everybody's different, but I just try to concentrate on my game and somehow enjoy the moment. And the first matches were tough, but then in Rome, I was I was more experienced. I think I was already 24 or 25 years old when I beat him, so it was easier. You know, I was already, let's say, a relatively top player. I was already in the top 100 for a while, so I knew how to deal with those situations, and I played well. I mean, I played well. It was on clay. It's also Roger's not favorite surface, but I played well.
you like clay a lot, right?
I like every surface, but
Is clay like? So you have a favorite that you
could say so. Probably
Clay,
you could say
right?
so. Results-wise, yes.
right?
Yeah.
You made the semi-final
Yeah.
in 2014, was it?
2014.
2014.
Long time ago.
Long time ago. That's okay, man. It's still fresh for like everyone. And how was that, getting to a Grand Slam semi-final in that stage, Final Four?
It was a part of a longer process. It didn't come out of nowhere. You know, I had a really good year. I had a really good previous year. I was starting to work with my coach at the time, 𝗬𝗺𝗿𝗃, who is, in my opinion, one of the best coaches in the world, if not the best. So I worked with him already for 2 years, and that was like a process that, after this hard work which we put in after these 2 years, you know, that was like the end result, you know. But I won. I think I won 2 tournaments that year already. I won Marseille, I won Nice, and then I reached the semi-final. So it was, you know, it didn't come out of nowhere. You know, it was
a building.
It was
to
building
the
up
thing.
to it. Yeah. I think I could, game-wise, I think that I could do even better. But you know, I played Djokovic in the semi-final, and you have to be in those positions, I think, many times over and over again to be able to compete with those guys, because these guys, Nadal, Djokovic and Federer, they were in these positions for, you know, 10, 15, 20 times already. So it's tough when you're there for the first time to beat them. It's tough mentally, it's tough emotionally, physically, you know, so you have to be there over and over to give yourself the best opportunity. But still, it was a good match, 4 sets. I mean, he won the tournament that year, so not too bad.
Yeah, great stuff. And what's been your crowning moment as a tennis player in your career, according to you? What's like your...
I would say that it's semis of the French. It's a Grand Slam. You know, for tennis players, Grand Slams are special. You know, it's another tour basically. You know, you play the whole year round, but Grand Slams are very special. So that one, and the thing that I made it to top 10.
Top 10, right?
It was number 10, but still you can call it top 10. So it's for me, it's a big achievement. And
top 10 is a big one, man. It's an absolutely fabulous. Yeah. It's a fabulous achievement to get there. Wow. So it's a thing that's said about you. You've been a little infamous for breaking rackets. What's that? That happens in the heat of the moment, or that's a thing that, like, I don't know. Like, what do you?
I wouldn't say that I broke too many rackets. I just broke them on occasions where everybody could see. I think that you know, many players in the practices, they break even more.
They smash rackets all the time.
You know,
right?
there used to be a lot of guys who broke rackets, like this Russian player 𝗬𝗫𝗀𝗀𝗀. I think he broke.
The great 𝗬𝗫𝗀𝗀𝗀.
He broke.
Y'all shared a coach. I mean, you were coached by someone who used to coach him as well.
Yes, Ernests Gulbis, Argentinian coach.
Right.
I was working with him as well for, I think, 2 years.
𝗬𝗫𝗀𝗀𝗀 was a special player as well.
𝗬𝗫𝗀𝗀𝗀 was a very special, number 1 in the world, Grand Slam champion. So he was breaking rackets as well. You know, you had guys like 𝗍𝗍, you know, breaking. So I don't think that I'm up there, but let's say I would be top 50.
Top 50.
Top 50.
In that. Okay. Yeah. Wow. So What do you feel about the Tennis Premier League? How's this experience been? Had you heard about it before this, or
No. It's fun and it's funny. It's funny because the format is very unpredictable. I never saw it. I think it's really interesting because they made it that each point counts, and it really does count.
Yes.
So it's actually, even that it's exhibition tournament and it's for fun in some way, you still feel pressure, and you feel pressure every point. So
for those 20 points you're in there, you're locked in.
Yes,
and you wanna...
and also you feel that you know, when I came here I thought it's gonna be an easy exhibition, you know, that we just show some nice tennis, you know, have fun. But here people are intense, you know.
It's a little competitive.
Every team is really competitive, you know. The owners want to win, the mentors want to win, and then, you know, this energy goes to the players, so we want to win as well, you know, a lot. So it's fun. It's fun. I like it.
You're liking this experience?
I like it.
So they have a TPL app this time that they've made. So the first 4 years they've not had an app. So do you think like an app will help the sport in a country like India, or
I think an app helps for anything. It makes life easier, but for sure technology helps, and especially in India, where you have more than 1 billion of people, you know, you have to get them somehow connected in an easy way. You have to somehow transform information to them in an easy, accessible way, you know. So for example, if you have a lot of tennis clubs or tennis courts, you want to make the booking system easy, you want to know that the tournaments are happening there, you want to be informed, you know, and you want to be there one click away, because nowadays, you know, people don't want to click buttons 5 times.
People don't have time, people don't have time to go
once,
just one,
you know,
and you're
so,
in and you've done everything.
Right. In a big country especially, and, you know, I think it can be a game changer in putting a sport in a different level of popularity, let's say.
Lays down the gauntlet without rocket. Oh, Gulbis too good. Calm composure. And Gulbis finds the second serve. Delightful. Using all the experience.
One of the best performers so far this season.